Morning, neighbors. Well, Mike and I are headed out of here. Monday morning. There's whitecaps and foam on the lake. Sunny and cloudy and windy, and the wind's blowing out of the east. And it was pretty gnarly looking over that way, but we're going that way too. So anyway, hear how quiet it is in here? That's what having the valves adjusted properly and the exhaust tightened up gets a little quieter. So we're headed to Bismarck, North Dakota. Bye.
1,000 feet, turn left.
So much for clean wheels.
Take the next left.
Well, this is farm community in out in North Dakota. A lot of the times we're cruising past and through and in between. And the roads are damp and yucky, which we've already hit a couple of times. It's awesome. It looks like we're going through fields of soybeans right now. It varies between soybeans and corn and grass. And I haven't seen much in the way of alfalfa, but a lot of what appears to be soybeans and corn for sure. Just had to go slow because of a duck in the road. Alright, I gotta check my tires. I'm starting to think I might have a flat. Okay. Well, it wasn't a flat. It looks like they just graded the road, so the road's really sloppy. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's the road. Just when I got out I could tell it had just been graded in certain parts, so it's really squishy. And Mike says I got a tail light, a brake light out now. Arrgh. If it ain't one thing, it's another. Well, this is one heck of a rest area. That's pretty dang cool. Well, we're about 9 miles away from the shop in Bismarck. Been running 65 ever since we got back on the big road. 120 miles ago. And it just started to warm up, and I figured out why. It's because the wind has switched, and it had been coming at us and left and right, but now it's blowing from the rear again and from the passenger side. So I gotta let it cool down for a minute, and then I'm also pretty dang low on gas. I probably got enough to make it, but I got 2 gallons in the back that I'm gonna go ahead and throw in. So went through a little bit of rain. Never even had to turn the wipers on. See you in a few. Howdy, neighbors. Well, I'm at Isaac's Service in Bismarck, and he's already within about half an hour, 3/4 of the way towards getting it out. Talk about a heck of a nice guy. Mike and I got into town yesterday afternoon, stopped by and said howdy. He looked it over, said not a problem. 9 o'clock, he says wheel it on in, and his name's Larry, and talk about a heck of a nice guy. And we spent the night right here. We pulled in here, came back about 5. We spent the day at a park down by the river, enjoying life. And boy, if everything goes right, in the next hour or two, I might get lucky and be driving out of here with way, way better than Armstrong steering. So, boy, one thing I've learned about Bismarck, it has grown since I was here last, over 25 years ago. I'll be back. Okay, we got her gutted inside here. Trying to get the... Gonna have to go even farther to get the... This is what it looks like from the other side. I'm doing a quick video showing the interior here. Steering column, all that. Okay, so we have the steering column in. It's all hooked up underneath, and Larry's putting the top together. And while we're in there doing this, Mike goes, damn, got a subscriber. A guy from Northwest Tire showed up, one of my subscribers, to say howdy, neighbor. Oh my gosh, what a trip. So I would say within a half hour or so I'll be ready to go take a test drive and see what this thing's doing. Definitely need to have the ball joints and stuff like that replaced still, but this has got to be a huge improvement. The shaft itself in the old one was just absolutely loose as can be. So, cool. Talk about exciting. Howdy, neighbors. Well, I am wore out. Last night and yesterday was a long day. We parked right outside of Larry's shop for the night, and it was noisy. So, got done. Larry, oh my God, if anybody needs any work done by a good, honest guy, a nice guy, a fun guy, Larry at Isaacs, he's one of the ones that you want to go see. We got everything put back together, and I drove it around the block, and then Mike got his oil changed by Larry, and we hit the road, and I said, look, I'm not going very far. We made it about 7 miles, and I got a hotel room. I was ready for a shower. Had to shave. And it's a nice, peaceful, air-conditioned room. Last night was pretty hot. I didn't get to sleep till late. You know, we were right in the middle of the industrial area of town, basically, or one of them. And, yeah, there was a lot of cars racing around and stuff like that going on. So, got a hotel. We're gonna have some pizza delivered, drink beers, watch movies, and enjoy sleeping in a big bed with air conditioning. So the next step for me is to research places that might be able to do my ball joints on the way, and try and do the same thing again. Call ahead, only talk to somebody who, you know, they have access to the parts, and then deal with it that way. But I gotta tell you, driving it, wow, 85+%, way better. Oh my, it's just amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, the old shaft and everything on it was just so, I mean, it was just loose. It flopped around in there. After all these years, to have this the way it is now, huge, huge improvement. We drove for, I don't know, 2 or 3 miles on Highway 94, so I was able to get her up to speed and cruise down the highway. And yeah, I barely had to touch the, steering. It's way better. So the almost $900 worth of money that it cost me to put it all together, way worth it. So, little by little, the old Sled is getting better. Thank you, Larry. You did an awesome job, and the price was right. It's what I expected. Fair, honest, hardworking, and fast. He did an excellent job. So if any of you are looking for work done, I'm telling you, if you're in the, where are we? Oh yeah, Bismarck area, Isaac's service, that's a good one. One of the best. And if anybody wants to call him and tell him he did a good job, you can. Okay. Don't know where we'll be tomorrow, but I'll let you know.